Hello everyone, welcome back to COD Streams TV, and man, oh man, am I excited to talk about this week. It was a fantastic week this week because we got so much accomplished. For those who were watching the stream, you know exactly what happened in Raid, and for those who are watching the stream on Sunday, you know exactly what happened in our Mythic Plus world. And I get to talk about a little bit of Plunderstorm. I had some pretty funny things happen there, but boy, oh boy, am I excited, because like right now, it really feels like I've beat the game. It feels like for the first time in 20 years, I've accomplished something I've never accomplished, and it's just like, I got this sense of I've done it. It's over. I've beaten the World of Warcraft. I've beaten this expansion, and that's how it feels. So we're going to jump in and talk about that. And for those of you who are still wondering what I'm actually talking about, well, on Thursday we finally did it. We went into the raid and we did our last few pulls of Queen Ansurek, and I am officially a cutting edge raider. We were able to kill Queen Ansurek very quickly into the night. I believe it was just shortly after our break we went in and we basically killed it. I think it was the pull right after our break actually on Thursday that we killed Queen Ansurek, and it was such a good night. We went from having 18% to a 17% pull to a 16% pull to a 10% pull, and then to a 9% pull, and then after that the pull later, like I said, after break we ended up actually just killing the boss. I will post a link in the description down below to the video, or you can click the top right of your screen right now and it'll take you to that video as well if you want to watch the kill. And what a heart-stopping kill it was. My reaction was priceless. We almost had a 0.0001% wipe. In fact, the entire raid team wiped. And what actually got us across the finish line was not only that the boss had about 6 million HP left, but our DK Purgatoried, our Priest Angeled, and one of our Shamies onked. And that ended up finishing Queen Ansurek. My reaction was priceless because I was devastated. I thought it was over. I thought we had to go back, do it again, and we're going to have a 0% wipe. And sure enough, right as the dread and pain kicked in of like, oh my god, we were so close. Boom! There's the achievement. And I got cutting edge with, and I killed Mythic Queen Ansurek. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. That is some of the most exciting news I have. But yeah, it's really weird. Like I said, it just feels like I've beaten the game. I've never had this feeling before. It's like, well, now what? Like it's over. I've accomplished everything I needed to right now, but of course there's more to do on the monk. There's always that repetitive game mode that we call Mythic Plus, and let's jump in and talk about RIO, because man, I don't know what it was about this Sunday, but we blasted keys. And although we had a few unsuccessful ones, I really tried to get a 12 Stonevault, and for some reason out of these 6 I did, one I'll talk about a little later why it got nowhere. In 3 of them, the healers had no idea how to deal with the first boss Dispel. They either dispelled instantly or they dispelled after the smash, and I just eventually ran out of cooldowns and died. Like, you can only take it so many times that when Earth Shatter goes out, it breaks 3 of the spikes on the ground. That dot ticking down plus the smash, it's just too much for me to handle, even with defensives eventually. But when I had none, that was it, game over. That was a little frustrating. We did finish one of the 12s, the Stonevault 12s we did. It wasn't timed, of course, and then the last one we did, for those who are watching on Sunday, my stream just abruptly ended. Well, sadly for me, my graphics card finally called it a day and decided to just completely die. All power was lost and the whole PC just shut down. I did try to replace the power supply, and that actually didn't fix it because I realized the PC wouldn't turn on. So what I did is I actually used the onboard video and the PC booted, but I pulled the graphics card out, tried another PC, had the same problem. So yeah, that was it. That's the end of that 3090. Luckily for me, though, it is under warranty until February 15th, 2025. So I did send it into Asus on the Monday to see what they do. Like, maybe they'll fix it and send it back. Maybe they'll just give me an upgrade for free. Who knows? But we wait and see, and I'll give some updates as information unfolds for that RMA process. So this is what I want to talk about. We ended week 17 and week 18 at 2909. We didn't really get much IO. We were trying to push, weren't successful. Well, for some reason on Sunday's stream, we not only timed keys, but we timed 13s, and we timed 3 of them. A 12 Stonevault is coming, I swear, I can feel it. So I think I am going to push for that 3k IO before the season is over. I think that's completely doable. But what are the keys that we timed? We 2-chested a 13 Dawnbreaker for 18 points, We two-chested a 13 Ara-Kara for 14 points, and then we only timed a 13 mist for 15 points. However, that means that is a total gain of 47 IO, bringing us up to 2956. I am very happy with that. I tried a ton of Stonevaults. I'm going to keep doing Stonevault, and then, like I said on stream, I am afraid of Grimbatol. I have to do some homework. I'm not ready for that key, because I even feel when I do the 11, it's always very tight, so I think there's more efficient trash pulls I can do, or I need to watch the videos and see what I can do with that. But overall, that is where we walk into week 20 at 2956. I'm so excited for that. Like I said, we got CE last week. We got some fantastic IO gains on the monk. What more could I ask for? Well, and that will come in the form of the vault, and we will be taking a look at that right now. Let's see how it looks. Alright, and we are in the game, double checking that we are in the correct specialization, and we're going to open our vault. We have the 2 raid vault slots and 3 mythic vault slots, and are we lucky enough? No. We continue to not get the Mad Queen or the weapon from Ara-Kara, so most of this will not be taken. I do have a mythic fist weapon, but again, kind of pointless. I'd just be taking those for T-Mog. We have a mythic track chest piece, mythic track legs, and another mythic track weapon. So realistically, do we just take the T-Mog, or are there pieces in our gear that still need sockets? Let's see, socketed. No. Okay, we have sockets in everything that needs to have a socket. So we can literally take this for T-Mog or for gold. So it's really between taking the headpiece for Transmog or the hand for Transmog. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. I would use this headpiece because it's kind of hilarious. Would I get the weapon or the head sooner? You know what, let's just take the headpiece for the T-Mog this week. No luck again on the Monk's Vault. And with that, what is the plan for the monk in week 20? Like, now that I do feel like I've beaten the game, I really don't have to be doing the heroic race to try to get a mandate, to try and get the Queen's Mandate trinket for the monk. Like, it's just not really necessary. We are still doing another re-clear, so I want to see if I can get a better par, so that's kind of why I might still do it. I don't need to be doing 8 keys every week. However, if I still want to keep pushing for that 3K, you will most likely see the 8 keys done, because usually once I get 4 done, and then I'll do a 5 and a 6, it's like, well, why not just finish that off, right? So we might see that on the monk, but something that I would like to start doing, I may start doing some keys on each tank. It won't be really like hard pushing on the tanks, but it'll just be kind of getting some gear, so that way going into season 2, they're not like sub 600 Ilum level, because I think that's where most of them are right now. I think the Paladin's the only one that's a little higher in eye level, and my warrior is actually 616, I believe, because I did do some significant keys on him early in the season, and then he kind of died off. So that's kind of the plan, not just with the monk, but with the tanks in general going into season 2. So on my streams, you may see that a little more, where I'm on the Demon Hunter or I'm on the Guardian Druid. I still don't know what actual race I want to play on the Guardian Druid. We have the Kultiran, which I just love all of the different forms that the Druid has. We also have Zandalari, which has fantastic Druid forms as well. So it's really between those two. I've always had a High Mountain Tauren, so it's kind of like, you know, he's there, he's ready to go, but I don't know which one of the other two I want. I do believe the only Druid that's not at level 80 is my Zandalari. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the description below of what Druid race I should play. Should it be a Kultiran? Should it be a Zandalari? Or should it just stick with the High Mountain like I've done before? Or a Night Elf even, right? No, we're not going with Night Elf. But let me know what you guys think I should play down in the description below. What race has your favorite Druid form? Let me know down in the comments below. And now that we've got the excitement of the accomplishments this week on the monk, let's jump in and talk about some of the other things we did, starting with our mount farm. Now, as some of you know, a couple weeks ago we didn't have any mounts to discuss because I didn't get any, but I was actively working on a specific mount. It is the Siesbarg mount. This mount is acquired by first killing the rare, getting a quest, then finishing the quest chain to get it. There are 3 parts to the chain, and it is basically a grind. The first part was collecting 1500 Nerubian Vemon, which you can get from Ara-Kara. So I went in one Saturday and I farmed that out. It took about an hour and a half to do, from about 300 to 1500. And then over the last week, what I did with some of the time I had is I went in, and the next part of the quest collecting 1000 Nerubian blood vials. I believe that's what they were called. They are from City of Threads. So you run in, and I got City of Threads down to an art. It was about 3 pulls. and I can do the entire first area up to the first boss. I think within 2 runs, you can almost get 100. So it's like 2 to 3 runs to get 100. So we did finish that over the course of the week. It took a little bit. It is a bit of a grind. And then I was told that you have to go back to Ara-Kara like 5 times. So I'm thinking like, okay, it might be something pretty simple, something small, but you don't get a lot of it. Nope, turns out you need to collect 500 Nerubian blood. So the fastest way is to actually do a full clear of Ara-Kara all the way up to the last boss, skipping the bridge in the middle. You don't need that, but I did do both sides, the upper levels on the left and right of the bridge. I did clear all that. I didn't do the last boss, kind of waste time, and I would just re-queue. That took a little over 5 runs because you don't get exactly 100 per run. You get maybe anywhere from 70 to 90 if you're lucky. So that took about 7 or 8 runs, but we finished that, and then you go and you talk to the quest giver and he says, hey, follow me, we're gonna get you the mount that you've been working so hard for. And basically this mount is a recolor of the Queen Ansurek mount that you can get from Heroic, and of course the same one and the Mythic version, and once it hatches you just get it. I absolutely love this mount. The way it flies is extremely cool, and I have favorited it. I've used it specifically on some of my characters permanently, just because I really do like the look and feel of this mount. I know it sounds weird because all it does is fly. I don't know, there's something about the way it flies that I absolutely love. But yeah, so here it is. Here is Siesbarg, the recolor of the Queen Ansurek mount. Absolutely love it. One of my favorite mounts. I'm really hoping I can still get the Queen Ansurek mount. We are doing 2 more Mythic reclears, so maybe I'll be one of the people that gets one of the 3. And then there's also the Heroic one I still need. So that is the first mount that we actually worked hard for this week, and we finally got it. So no more grinding out any of the stuff for that quest chain. All right, let's jump in and talk about the second mount we got. This one is specifically from Plunderstorm. It is the last mount that I needed. I only had 4 from the week before. Finally finished it this one, so it is now complete. It is Hook Talon. Really do like this one. I like the color of this parrot, and I also like that he has a hook for a hand and the pirate's hat. So yeah, very cool mount. I did favorite this one, and I will use it as well. And then the final mount we got is the Urzul Flesh Ripper. This is basically a reskin. It was a new introduction into Legion Time Walking, and is a reskin of the Antaurus mount that you can get. I absolutely loved this mount, and I still haven't gotten it from the raid, so being able to get the reskin, I don't like the colors as much, but I do really think it is a fantastic mount. The way it has multiple heads, the mouth grinding at the saddle that you're hanging on to. I absolutely love this mount. I don't know how it's flying with such bony wings, but it is. And yeah, so really cool that we got it. This is from the Legion Time Walking event, so we have this one, and maybe we will go back eventually to Antaurus as well, but for now I'm happy at least that I got one version of this mount that was added into Legion Time Walking. And the final thing we're going to talk about is our gold farming over the week. Now, we're not going to jump in and go over all of our findings. We're just going to kind of open each mailbox and see where we're at. We walked into week 19 at 2,375,000 gold. Now, I did check the war bank before logging into this character. I'm at 2,360,000 gold, meaning we spent 15k somewhere. I honestly don't remember where, but that's not really that much, right? So this week will be mainly profit. I didn't end up getting that second account like I mentioned, but we are starting at my last auctioneer, which seems to have a fairly decent mailbox at 33k. A couple green items. These are all actually green items. I did a lot of farming this week. I don't know, I got into the groove after Queen Ansurek. I just wanted to farm, and so that's what we did. So a nice little 33k mailbox right there. All right, and checking our next character here. Very small sales, but we did sell 1 green item for almost 19k. So 21k mailbox here, and that's mainly from 1 item. Not bad. All right, and next up we have another realm. This realm has not been doing very good at all. Although week over week sales are dropping, the game is slowly getting quieter and quieter. So transmog farming and selling is a little more difficult, but this is a 15k mailbox, nothing major. As you can see, not a lot of sales here either. All right, and taking a look at our freshly level 80'd hunter from a couple of weeks ago. Let's see, not a lot of sales. This is mostly mats, which is kind of crazy. A nice ray gun here, but 13k here, nothing extravagant about this one. And once again, a small mailbox, but we got some decent sales out of here, specifically the Shadowlands crafted. Not bad, another 10k. All right, and taking a look at another one of our auctioneers. Once again, very small mailboxes, but we are selling items worth, 14, 6.5K. So good sales, just not a lot of them. But again, another 27K mailbox. And we're down to our final 3 auctioneers. Again, not a lot of sales, but a 24K mailbox. Not bad, not bad. All right, and down to our last 2 mailboxes. These are our biggest servers that we sell on, so let's see how this is looking. It might be a big server, but it does not have a lot of sales. We are looking at 42K. Again, really not bad if you think about it. So 42K is a pretty decent number considering we don't have a lot of sales. 21 sales, so 43K. All right, and we are on our main realm. Let's take a look at what we have here. 51 items sold, 66K. So really nothing crazy. Not bad, honestly, for week over week, 60K here. This is our biggest one, so see such a low number is unfortunate. But hey, that's another 66K for a week where I really did enjoy doing the farming that we were doing. So let's take a look at our week over a week profits. So since we went into this week at 2,360,000 gold, we finish at 2,620,000 gold for a net increase this week of 260K. That's with gaining the 15K back. So in theory, that would be about 245K after what we spent. So really not bad. I do have more than enough now to grab 1 or 2 WoW tokens and set up that second account. So I just need to do it at this point. Need to stop slacking. And next week we're going to continue this gold farming journey. I found a couple of farms that are actually kind of fun, and you can do 10 dungeons in like 20 minutes, and it gives you quite a significant amount of loot. One of them gave me like 50K in 20 minutes, so we're gonna continue doing that, and I've just been enjoying it. It's been something different that I've never done before, so it's a nice change. And that is it. That is the end of our week 19 recap. Like you heard earlier in the video, it was a fantastic week 19, and I haven't felt this good in a while since we started doing some of the early mythic bosses and seeing those bosses go down. Our guild rank is actually US 341, so that is very exciting, which could help us definitely grow and continue to get CEs faster in the future and maybe do more re-clear. And with the recent IO gains on my monk, that puts me at 18th on area 52 and 175th as a monk tank in our region. So kind of exciting there. I wonder if I could break that top 100. So that will be the plan for this coming week. We have a re-clear. I'll be streaming on Thursday and Sunday once again. I'll be working on some of the new tanks, more gold farming, more mount farming, all the stuff that really do. And that is the plan for week 20. More tanks, more IO, more raiding, more stuff that keeps us progressing. So that is it. The one thing I'm gonna mention though is playing a couple rounds of Plunderstorm. I'm gonna show you guys this quickly. If you guys watch the Creator Royale, Gingi and Mirez won by Gingi standing on top of a building and letting the storm kill the player underneath. Well, I pulled the same tactic. I was on the building, the player underneath didn't see me, and he couldn't find me, and he was almost dying. Now, I made a mistake. I thought he ran into the building, he was going to come up after me, so I jumped down. Because I jumped down, he was three levels higher than me and was able to kill me basically instantly. If only I had waited patiently and I didn't panic, I could have won the same way. Anyway, that's the funny thing that happened in Plunderstorm that I wanted to mention. That is it. That is the end of the video. Let me know down in the description how your week is going, if you're still playing, some of the achievements that you've accomplished in the game so far, and also, like I mentioned, what Druid race do you think I should play? Coltiran, Zandalari, or just stick with my High Mountain Tauren? Let me know down in the comments below, and until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to hang out and chat and get this content out for all of you. Hit that like and subscribe button down below if you enjoyed the video so it can reach more people, and until next time, peace out everybody.